Hi, this is Cory McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right, go F yourself, and happy Meatless Monday. Now, in this episode, I want to address something that has continually been asked to me. I see it in forums, I see it as just a real constant, conundrum in the minds of a lot of vegan fitness enthusiasts and bodybuilders, and that is, what is the best protein powder blend to use, in meal replacement, but particularly post-workout and that sort of thing. And I actually have an answer for this, and it's a very specific answer. And I'm going to get into that because I feel like that even though I've addressed the protein question before and such and similar, I feel like this particular specific item is something that needs to be honed in on. So I'm going to do that in this episode here. There is a preferable protein blend, one that I particularly like to use. It's not a commercial blend. It's not something you're going to be able to go into the store and pick up a Vega protein brand or Sun Warrior or Plant Fusion, Raw Fusion, whatever. There's so many out there. This is a specific blend that you can get customized at a lot of bulk websites. One that I particularly use is www.truenutrition.com. It's spelled out, truenutrition.com. That's an American supplier, but I do believe they can ship to Canada. There are similar type of bulk suppliers in the UK and Europe as well. And I think even in Australia, there is a brand, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I found it on Google before, that actually makes this specific blend. And that is, you want to mix 70% pea protein. In the case of True Nutrition, I use a 70% pea protein isolate. It's non-GMO. With a 30% rice protein. In the case of True Nutrition, I use a rice protein concentrate. Again, also non-GMO, if that's something that concerns you. So it's a very quality bulk supplier. And so I take this 70% pea and this 30% rice blend, and then I mix in whatever natural flavor choice that I would like. I usually go with a chocolate flavor because I find that chocolate tends to mask the chalky, sort of funky pea protein flavor, and it makes it a lot more palatable. For me, I don't really care so much, but for people who do seem to have an issue with the flavor of vegan protein powders, this might actually help you. I find that chocolate masks pea pretty well. It also masks rice protein and hemp, which can have a funny flavor too. Now, I'm going to show you an image here that compares whey protein. This is getting into why I use a 70% pea versus and 30% rice versus something else. So in this image I'm about to show you here, on the left side, you're going to see the nutritional breakdown and amino breakdown of a whey protein concentrate, a standard concentrate. I got the details off of TrueNutrition.com from their whey protein concentrate. And on the right side of the image, you're going to see my calculations based on 70% pea content and 30% rice content for the total amino acid profile in the blend that I particularly use. And that image is going to show up now. So as you can see, they're very, very, very similar, actually. By looking at that comparison, you'll notice that the amino acid content is very comparable in both. There is substantially more arginine in the pea and rice blend than there is in the whey blend, and there's just a hair less lysine in the pea and rice blend versus the whey blend. The whey protein, not blend. And I mean, when I mean a hair less, I mean we're looking at just about a gram less. It's not too substantial in the scheme of things. And even the macro content is relatively similar. If you were to go to the website and view the two products side by side, my blend that I'm recommending here with that whey concentrate, you would see that it's 24 grams of protein per 30 gram scoop in the whey versus 24.4 grams of protein per 30 gram scoop in the pea rice blend. Even the content of the fat is pretty much the same. It's only about 0.4 grams lower in the pea and rice blend. But they're both very, very similar. And furthermore, the total carbohydrate content looks very much the same, only off by 0.1 gram in the pea and rice blend. Whereas, but where they differ here really is more in the quality. The dairy source contains sugars, whereas the pea and rice blend contains fibrous carbohydrates. So those carbs are actually fibrous. They're not, you could actually take them, you actually don't have to count them towards your daily carb total, as you would the carbs in the whey if you're trying to be specific with your diet. So really, that's about it. I highly recommend this blend. People are always asking what protein blend a vegan should drink. If they're interested in a protein powder, I strongly recommend a 70% pea, 30% rice blend. If you can't customize as such, then simply go to the store and buy a quality pea protein, buy a quality rice protein, take about 3/4 of a scoop of the pea, about 1/4 of the scoop of the rice, and have that be 1 scoop, and do that for every subsequent scoop you may want to ingest in that particular shake. That's another way you could do it too. It's a little less precise as is making a 70-30 blend, but it's close. It's very close, and it will get you your goals. And in the end, really, when it comes down to it, you don't have to be too anal, because if you're getting ample protein for your needs every day, for your goals, your personal needs, you are inherently getting all the amino acids that you need as well. So you don't need to worry too much about missing out on aminos. I know I hear a lot of people trying to transition over to veganism saying, oh no, but what am I going to do about getting enough branched chain amino acids, enough leucine, etc., etc. That's sort of just out of ignorance, really. If you're eating enough protein per day, and the recommendation for an active person is between 0.8 grams to 1.4 grams per pound of lean body weight. If you're getting enough protein for your activity levels, your goals, and for yourself, you are inevitably getting enough of all the amino acids. You shouldn't be concerning yourself over too much about this whole myth about incomplete proteins, etc., etc. A vegan is just as capable of getting their protein needs met as somebody who is an omnivore or a lacto-ovo-vegetarian. And to tell you anything differently is just sheer ignorance and fear-mongering. That's all it is. So, that being said, if you have any questions, there's anything you'd like to add, please pop those below in the comments, and I will get back to you. Otherwise, stay fit, stay formidable with these vegan muscles, and stay fantastic. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys on Friday for a new video. Take care.